know about the alcohol, and I know about the destructive nature of the alcohol, and like, what would you tell ones that drink? Because to me right now, if a man drink alcohol, it's really escapism. I don't want to hear about no social drinking. I don't want to hear about nothing. Anytime you sipping and dealing with the things, you just try and get away from life.
Yeah, I'm actually of that same belief. Now, because of how society is built, it's kind of hard, to be honest with you, man. It's really hard to tell somebody that, because people get into, you don't know what I've been through and all that. And what I tell people is, well, everybody's going through something. So it really doesn't matter what you've been through. The truth doesn't care about what you've been through. The outcome is still going to be the outcome, whether you've been through it or whether you didn't go through it. Alcohol does a certain thing. These things behave a certain way on the body. So for me, your problems are still going to be there when you come down from the situation. So ideally, it's like when you drink alcohol, most people, I'm not going to say all, some people are just, they react differently. But when you're dealing with that alcohol, what you're dealing with is what they call wine and spirits. So you lower your inhibitions. When you get drunk, you lower your inhibitions. It's like your guard is up. Your guard is up when you're not drinking. But when you drink, so it's easy, it's harder for somebody to punch me because I can move. I can get you. I can move out the way of a punch and I can come in. But if I'm drinking and I'm tipsy, drunk, now that guard comes down a little bit. Now I can get popped in the face a lot quicker. And then if I'm really drunk, where I'm just really out of there, now I'm down like this. I don't even have a guard anymore. And so now a spirit can come in and take over my body and do things, or help me to do things that I otherwise wouldn't have done if I was sober. And then the next day, I would have forgot all about it. I wake up next to somebody like, damn, I did that, and I didn't even mean to do it. But because a spirit needs a host. It's like that movie with Denzel, I think it's called Fallen, where they was jumping in people and taking over their bodies. And it would look like Denzel did it, the person did it, but it's really was the spirit that did it, and then left Denzel on the hook. So when you drink a lot like that, in addition to damaging your liver, which is very important for processing fats, regulating blood pressure, doing all these different things, cholesterol, and your kidneys, which is arguably your most important detoxifier, because at any point through the day, you got 25% of your blood supply running through the kidneys. So you're taxing your kidneys and you're taxing your liver. You can't do that, in addition to being taken over by a spirit, because now your inhibitions are lowered. And so now you're gonna do, well, I can't even say if it's taken over by a spirit, because more of you come out. So I think that part of that side of you that you've been relaxing with, now that side is coming out, but I still think it's partially a spirit. So you allow these things into your body, and then when you wake up, you still got the same problems, and you might have done some things that you otherwise wouldn't have done. You might have committed a crime. You might have hit somebody. It's a lot of things. So I personally, especially being a black man, especially being an athlete, with the way that the world is now, you can't catch me drinking with my guard down, man. I can't get plucked like that. I'm not going, it's too much out here going on. So I need to be aware. That's my main thing.
I know you have a lot of people who will say, okay, so I drink, it's affecting my liver, it's damaging me, I'm letting my guard down. But they're going to say everybody have to die somehow. Everybody has to be vulnerable somehow. That's a response from a lot of people. Yeah. What do you have to really say to those people? Because I think they're not grasping the whole concept of it's not just about death, but it's more about you being conditioned and even beyond that. What do you have to say to those people in particular?
Yeah, I get that a lot, man. And what I tell people is, it's not about the quality, it's not about the quantity of years, it's the quality for you to achieve your highest purpose. So yeah, everybody needs to die, but what is your quality like? You might live to 90, but if you got both of your legs cut off, part of your organs chopped off, and you live, now somebody else got to take care of you because you were a liability beyond to yourself. So now I got to take care of you because you're my brother and you wanted to live a life of drinking. I got to stop my family, stop what I'm doing to take care of you because you made a conscious decision to live a certain way. And this is what happens. You become a burden to people, whether you believe that or not. You become a burden because of your choices, because it's choice, not chance, that determines human destiny. So it's about the quality of years. I didn't say you might not live past 40 years old, but those 40 years were quality 40, and the Most High just called you home. It is what it is. See, it's not about a guarantee. There's no guarantee that nothing's not going to happen to you, but we're talking about the quality for you to live your life purpose, because eating or consumption is all about energy. That's what this is about. You eat certain things for energy. You do certain things for energy. So me consuming alcohol, I'm not saying you can't have a good time. You're going to have wine sometimes, but for most people, it's abuse. We don't know how to stop. We love to abuse everything. You can't have 2 drinks. You got to have 10 drinks. You can't have 1 piece of chicken. You got to go get a 10-piece chicken, and it's just you and somebody else. So you may tell me 2 people need 5 pieces of chicken each, and then you want to do this every day. You ain't smoking 1 cigarette a week. You smoking 3 to 4 to 5 cigarettes a day, or a pack a day. So it's the abuse aspect of it. You and I both know, we all know that a drink once a month, or we can even go twice a month, is not going to kill you per se. It's not going to kill you. But most people, they have to have it. I need my drink. And see, when they do that, what they do is they attach possession to something. So I need my cigarettes. I need my alcohol. When you attach possession to something, when you say I need mine denotes possession. And usually people take care of things that they possess. My children, I need to take care of my children. My alcohol, I'm going to take care of that and defend that. My cigarettes, I'm going to defend that. My coffee, I'm going to defend that. No matter how much truth is coming, I got to defend that, because I need to justify and I need to feel good about what I'm doing to myself. And so people, they don't want to hear it. But it's about the quality. Everybody has to die. We know that. But it's about hedging the bet. That's all it's about. Just hedging the bet. That's it. Nobody trying to stop you from living your life. But understand something. When people say, oh man, I'm about to go get effed up, or I'm about to get high. Okay, well, why do you need to be high? It's because you're low, right? The only reason you need to get high is because you're low naturally. I don't need that. So I don't need to get effed up, because that becomes a physical reality. When people be like, yo, we about to go get effed up. Then I come back and they hit me up. This happened a lot. My guys hit me up. They all drunk and all that. They get into a fight at the club. Somebody got whooped. You really did get effed up in real life, because words have power. So we got to watch all of these things, man, that we do. It doesn't mean you can't have fun, but you got to do it responsibly and don't abuse. Abuse is the problem for most of us. That's the problem with most things. And when you abuse in nature or in mundane law, you pay a price. You go to jail or you pay a fine. You go to jail in nature for abusing alcohol, you lose your liver, or you go to jail another way in terms of in the mundane sense, right? So you got the physical jail, and then you got we call it the etheric jail, the jail that's or the nature jail, the jail in spirit, where you got to pay a price for everything that you do, and that's just how it is.
No, in reality, and Autarchii, what you say? Nobody not happy at happy hour.
Yeah, exactly. They have a happy hour, but that's the saddest part of life. But you know, something that I find is that majority of people, because they're not morally inclined, they can't think outside of physicality. So you mentioned the spiritual aspect of things. Most people can't even go to that vibration, because every single thing for them is just a physical. Just like when you mentioned the thing with, I call it make down. I could never call it makeup. As you said, the ladies, they put these masks on their face, but they would never ingest that avocado. They would never do that internally, because nobody really cares about the internal aspect, because it's all based on the advertisements and based on the conditioning that they've seen. Everything that goes towards them is just physical. They can't see behind that, so they get blind, you know?
Yep. Correct, man.
And I just want to add one thing to that, is that I think that's the biggest hustle with the cosmetic industry, because people not really over say, yo, it's not what you're putting on your skin, fight. It's what you're putting inside your body.
Inside.
If you want nice skin, you just gotta, get some sun and eat properly and move and get some sleep.
Yep.
Well, let me hear you say mountain, mountain, mountain.